So for a very long time now, I've been considering getting on YouTube, making videos, posting content. But I've been kind of debating. I'm not big into getting on a camera, putting myself out there. But then I realized that ever since I was, 15, 16, I've been on YouTube just watching tons of videos, from debates on religion to macroeconomics to how to cook X, Y, and Z. Right, pretty much a bunch of different stuff. And I realized that I've grown over the years. Thanks to YouTube, in a way, I was able to learn from the best in the world, as well as from people that were just kind of doing some trial and error, kind of just experimenting. And over time, as I was getting more and more value, I started kind of thinking of, it was kind of time for me to give back, to share the lessons, the experiences, what I've learned, the gains, the losses. Because if I went through something and I was able to learn from it, then for sure there's someone else who could also learn from it. Things to do, things not to do. Because at the end of the day, I feel like the most important thing we can do is kind of just share, give back, learn, just get after it, right? So yeah, this is an attempt to start posting and see where it goes. I'm in my 30s. I was born in West Africa, currently living in Canada. I'm a full-time firefighter. I've been doing it for about 3 years now. I've been a combat medic in the Canadian Armed Forces as a reservist for about 9 years now. I've been in the gym basically my whole adult life. I've been doing jiu-jitsu for 5 years now. So yeah, I'm a regular guy who's basically interested, even though the right word is obsessed, about competing, getting better in all areas of life. I want to be better with my fitness. I want to be better with my money. I want to be better with relationship overall, better with public speaking. There is no single one area of life where I want to be lacking, because I do believe that we all have a lot of potential, especially for us living in the West. We afforded a lot of opportunities, a lot of blessings. And so it is my belief that all of us are trying to reach our potential. Not everyone wants to be a billionaire. Not everyone wants to have an 8-pack. Not everyone wants to create multiple businesses. But all of us have our individual missions, our small goals, things we want to accomplish. And that would be a shame to not reach those goals, that the things that we want, not what society wants us to do, but the things that we want to accomplish. Not being able to do it simply because we are afraid of doing the work. We're afraid of trying to basically level up. And that's why I like this idea that I've been thinking about more and more and more. And that is that you are the strongest asset that your family owns. Not stocks, not real estate, not jewelries. All of those things are good. objectively, but you have to understand that everything starts from the individual. Everything compounds from the individual. You could be the one that can set up your family. And this is something that is very common. Whenever people win the lottery, whenever people get their first big contract in NFL or NBA or NHL or whichever sports, one of the first things they always kind of mention is that I want to get my mom a house. I want to buy my dad a truck. All right, so there is this need that all of us have to basically pay back the people that helped us when we were younger, when we were still growing and trying to develop. We all want to be in a position so we can, help them back. In my opinion, there is no greater satisfaction than being able to tell my wife that she doesn't have to work, put my kids in the best school, buy my mom a car, tell my dad that he can retire a bit earlier, right? And it's all with that belief that you are the strongest asset that your family owns. But in order for you to be an asset, you have to be willing to do the work. You have to be willing to basically lock in, self-improve for yourself first. Once yourself, you're good. Once you have extra resources, extra strength, extra endurance, extra energy, extra knowledge, then you can be in position to help others. So yeah, you are the strongest asset that your family owns.